Hello, children. Uh, let's start our grammar section again. This time I'm going to take the topic that is preposition. Actually, there is a lot to tell in the preposition, not to tell actually, lot to learn in preposition. So instead of taking it in a general way like I had done in case of active, passive and tenses, so I thought to take it from the book itself. And in the exam, when this topic will be taken, we will give you the preposition from your book itself. We are not going to take it from the reference book as we are going to do in case of active, passive and adverb. Like I had told you that vocabulary we are going to take from your book itself. So same way preposition also will take from your book itself. So let's start. First there is an exercise. So let's start with the exercise only because you have already done this preposition. You are doing actually since when you were in class, like in your junior classes also you were been doing this. So let's start with this exercise. This feels like a real holiday after ages. First blank is after ages and I am enjoying it tremendously. I love being on a beach. We arrived here almost a week ago and I can't believe the time is passing by so fast. We finally completed our journey on Friday evening. At about 11 o'clock, we checked in our hotel immediately. Our room is at top floor and we can see the beach from the window. The beach isn't far. We can walk there in 5 minutes. The only problem is that we have to go by a busy intersection. We stay in our room during the day, but in the evening we go to the beach. Usually there is a party on the beach in the evening. Yesterday it went on till very late and today we came back at 9 o'clock. So this is like your first exercise which we have done, children. Now let's start preposition. Here the definition is being given that it tells the relationship between a person or a place with the noun or with noun or with a person or a place with something or someone else in the sentence. It tells the relationship of a noun or it tells the relationship of a person or a thing, or you can say noun between a person or a place. These prepositions are the words which tell us the relationship between a noun and someone else or something else in a sentence. A preposition is always placed before a noun. So this is just the definition is being given. We are not going to ask you the definition in the exam. So let's see the next kind of preposition. There are two types of prepositions, simple and compound. Simple prepositions consist of a single word only, and compound prepositions are consisted of two words or three words. Like let me give you the example: because of, according to. These are the example of a compound preposition. There are three word preposition also, like by virtue of, in view of, like this. So now let us switch over to our next part, that is our preposition of place. Preposition of place is there is no explanation given in your book, children, regarding preposition. There are simply the exercises given, so I am also going to do that only with you. So prepositions are the thing which you need to by heart. So let's start this exercise. Prepositions of place include the words like on, in, at, above, which tell us where a person or a place or a thing is. Near, among, under, below, over, all these are the words which tell the preposition of place. So let us do this exercise. Rani was lying on the grass reading a book. Amit fell from his bike and broke left arm. Customers stood crowded at the counter. The coin rolled on the table. Tina waits at the bus stop for her friend every day. The villagers have built a bridge over the river. It is quite cold today. The temperature seems to be -5 degrees. My house is near Sarang Theatre. I tried to put the luggage on the trolley. He threw a quick glance at the clock. So these are the prepositions of the place. Now let us do the preposition of time. The words used in this case are in, on, for, since, during, while, until, by, etc. So there is a dialogue. So in that dialogue we have to fill the prepositions. Let's start. Kumar says, I have some time to spare on the 10th. Can we meet at 11 a.m.? Arun answers, 10th is a Friday. Let me see. Then he says, no, I am sorry. I can't see you on Friday. I have a packed schedule. Kumar, that's too bad. You see, I would like to have this meeting in this month as I am going to be traveling in April. Arun, I was wondering, can't we meet on the weekend? Say on Saturday or Sunday? That's fine with me. Kumar answers, weekends are difficult for me. I am always at one relative's place or another's. It's a family time, you see. I can understand, Arun says. Well, then, are you free on the 13th? Let's say sometime in the afternoon? Kumar, 13 should be fine. Shall we say we meet at 4 p.m.? Arun, 4 p.m. is fine. See you on Monday then. Now children, next is use of for and since. For is used for duration of time period, and since is used when we know the time of origin of an event, when something started happening. If we know the origins, like you can say since morning, since Wednesday, since Friday, you have the origin, you know when something or some action started to take place. When you know the particular day or time of that, then you use since. When you calculate the duration means how long, 5 days, 6 months, 1 week, 5 months. If you know the duration but you do not know the origin of when the action has started, in that case we use for. For is also used for giving the reasons. I have done this. Instead of using because, we can use for also. I have done it because you asked me. I have done is for you had asked me, this way also. So let's do this. Let's see the as I have explained this how to use for and since. So let us begin with the exercise only. I have not talked to Ellen dash more than a week. More than a week. I do not know when it started, when he stopped talking to Ellen, whether it was Monday, whether it was Tuesday. So it will be for more than a week because it's a duration. For some reason today the phone has been ringing dash morning, since morning, because you know the origin when the action started. It started in the morning, so there will be since. Aren't you tired? You have been working at computer dash the last 4 hours. Last 4 hours again showing you the duration, so you will use the word for. We have been worrying about our friends since the time we got the news that they had lost their way in the woods. You know, from when they started worrying about, since they got the time when they got the news. So you know the origin when they started worrying about their friend. You know the origin of the action when it started. It was started when they got the news that they have been lost in the woods. Woods means jungle. So there will be since. She has been living here dash almost 12 years. 12 years again duration, so for we are going to use here. Mr. Smith has not been seen by his neighbors Sunday. Sunday is a particular day, so we are going to use since here. It is difficult to concentrate after you have done maths for 3 periods in a row. 3 periods, again duration. I don't know when you started, whether you started in first period, second period, third period or fourth period. No, do not know the origin or when the action started. So we are going to use for here. I have stopped trusting him, for he broke his promise to me last time. For, here the for is being used in place of because he stopped, because he broke his promise. So it is in place of because also we sometimes use the word for. Again, then we have use of during, while, until and by. We use during to say that an action takes place at a fixed duration. And I fell asleep during the journey. When the journey was taking place, then that time I slept. We use while to introduce an adverbial clause. Then children, better I should start the exercise, because there is nothing like you can relate this with your exercise. So let's start. We spotted Simi and chatted with her during the interval of movie. During the interval. Between this time period, between the time period of when there was interval, when interval was going on, during that time period. So it's during. The doorbell rang thrice while we were having dinner. जब हम खाना खा रहे थे उस दौरान. Please do not interrupt me while I am talking. Okay. She never once went to library during her first year at college. She never once went to library during her first year at college. I read a dozen books while I was in hospital. For the past week or so, we have been hearing a child cry during the night. She was bitten by a snake thrice during her research in the rainforest. He wrote his autography while his stay in the prison. Now let us use until and by. Don't pay the phone bill yet. Wait until the phone company contacts you. She is staying with her friend by Monday, and after that she will move into her own apartment. I must leave now because I have to be home by 5 o'clock. We can't rest until we have met her and talked to her. It is hoped that the construction will finish by next month. We won't have another holiday until next summer. The plan has to be submitted by 3 o'clock today. She did not believe me until I showed her the letter. So children, for today I think this much is enough. Do these exercises in the book itself, and remaining part of this chapter we'll do next time. Thank you children.